Got yelled at again today? You're as incompetent as ever. So lame. He's a totally useless former colleague of mine. You are many times more capable than him, manager.
When did I realize that the world I leaped into with such high hopes was different from what it looked like from the outside? No, saying it was different is just an excuse. I was simply a man who couldn't produce results there. I'm so sorry. I'll check with my superiors right away. Being yelled at over the phone, constantly bowing and apologizing to someone whose face I can't even see. That's me, Taisei Narita. An elite banker working at the famous Lovekoi Bank. Wait, no. I'm a 31-year-old dropout banker.
Got yelled at again today? You're as incompetent as ever. So lame.
I had only been hanging my head at my desk for a few seconds after the call, but she was quick to spot me. That's Mia Suzukawa. We joined the bank at the same time, but since she graduated from a junior college, she's 2 years younger than me. We were assigned to the same branch for the first time, and I'm not really good at dealing with her.
Your sales performance is poor. You make mistakes. Do you have any redeeming qualities at all? At this rate, even though you're a man, getting promoted is impossible for you. So pathetic.
She might be right. I'm probably far from getting a promotion. My peer group was said to be exceptionally talented, rarely seen in recent years, which only made my incompetence stand out more. As we approach our 30s, my peers are gradually starting to get promoted, while I'm being left behind.
It's rare in our industry, but our bank has been moving away from the seniority system over the past few years, right? Banks usually have this toxic, old-fashioned image, but ours is actually amazing in that regard.
This is completely true. Apparently, because my peers are far too outstanding, the seniority system is being phased out.
They say it's the new president's policy. Well, it has nothing to do with you anyway. For you, the seniority system would have been much more convenient.
I always want to produce results too, but it's quite difficult.
Stop it. It's painful to watch. There's a time to give up in life, you know? You know they say, the right person in the right place, bloom where you are planted, is just impossible for you.
Well, my condolences, Suzukawa said as she walked away, looking satisfied. Was she just using me to relieve her stress? Still, for someone who simply can't do the job like me, the seniority system might have been a lifesaver. But even I didn't come here with the intention of relying on something like that. Bloom where you're planted, huh? Come to think of it, those are the cruelest words possible for someone who can't bloom. The way words are received probably changes depending on the recipient's mindset, personality, and environment. Even so, unexpectedly true to those words, I kept hoping to produce results and be recognized in this job. I never thought I'd be recalling something like this now. 6 years have passed since then. The season I worked with her has long passed, and my life had moved on to the next step. I never dreamed I would remember it all so clearly now.
Long time no see. That outfit. Are you still playing the dropout banker?
But bumping into Suzukawa herself like this, it couldn't be helped. Even though 6 years had passed and her hair color and clothes were different, the moment she spoke to me, I couldn't help but recognize her. Back then, Suzukawa's voice was stuck in my ears whether I liked it or not, and she was the only one who would call me that to my face. You haven't changed, Suzukawa.
Huh. Thanks. I'm glad to be praised for still being beautiful.
I wasn't praising you, though. She seemed to have twisted my words quite a bit, but whatever. Having high self-esteem is a good thing. By the way, I only ended up working with her for that 1 year. In the bank, it's common to be transferred every few years, and thanks to that, I was freed from her relatively early. Are you working in this building now?
Yes, I am. At a major advertising agency on the upper floors. Glamorous, isn't it? Perfect for a former elite banker like me. Oh, don't even think about using our old acquaintance as an excuse to pitch your sales to me, okay? I don't want anyone misunderstanding that there's something between us.
I don't think that would happen, and I'm not gonna pitch anything to you, so don't worry.
Well, I'd hate to be pitched to by a dropout anyway. See ya.
After saying whatever she wanted and looking utterly pleased with herself, she seemed to spot someone in the distance and headed off in high spirits.
Naruto, are you free today? Wanna go for a drink? It's been a while.
Now, this is the Lufkoi Bank headquarters building, and this ridiculously handsome guy's my peer, Sumeragi. He holds concurrent posts in the Human Resources Development Department and the Sales Planning Department at the headquarters, and he's a true elite who even works as a training instructor. Yeah, sounds good. I wonder if Asahi is free too.
She still is madly in love with her husband, as she was when they were newlyweds. It's really annoying, taking my cute junior away from me.
How long are you going to hold a grudge? Guys who whine don't get popular, you know.
Misato Asahi. Her maiden name was Minagi. Her promotion speed was unprecedented. She went from section manager to branch manager at a small branch before moving up to the headquarters. She's known as the Monster. She's the super ace who paved the way to rewrite old traditions like valuing educational background and the seniority system. I hear she now works on par with the higher-ups at the headquarters without backing down.
Huh? I'm popular enough not to have any trouble with that, you know.
That's why you lose to me. After all, I've always been devoted only to my husband.
Could you stop bragging about your love life with a straight face?
You two never change. Asahi's husband is apparently a junior that Sumeragi trained on the job, and I hear they both dote on him quite a bit. Because of that, they're always at each other's throats, but despite how it looks, I think they actually get along really well. And they've supported me a lot. Having such outstanding peers has been a real blessing for me.
Narita is naturally smarter than Sumeragi or me. Once you get the hang of it, I'm sure you'll do great. I'll give you this textbook. It still has the notes I made when I studied, but it should be surprisingly useful.
Call me anytime if there's anything you don't understand. You can count on us, you know.
Thank you so much, both of you. I was crushed by the gap between us. I thought my spirit would break, but they tried to pull me up with them. That's exactly why I didn't turn bitter. I was able to keep working hard, chasing after my peers' backs. I'm really glad I joined the bank with those two.
Narita!
Huh?
Ah! It's been so long! I missed you so much!
Whoa! Hey, Sakuraba! You're crying too much. Your nose is running. The girl who hugged me, no, charged at me, with tremendous force as Hikari Sakuraba. She's a 29-year-old junior banker who worked at the same branch as me 3 years ago. Back then, she adored me as her senior more than anyone else, even though I was such a dropout. After she transferred, we rarely got to see each other.
Narita! It's been 5 years, huh? I mean, hasn't it?
Oh, charging at me like that. Are you an abnormal titan? And 5 years is an exaggeration.
I'm sorry. I was so happy I almost eradicated you, Narita.
I don't remember dedicating my heart. Sakuraba is an energetic, full-blown otaku. She forces quotes from famous anime into conversations so roughly that I ended up learning about various shows while working with her. Looking back, it might have been her missionary work.
I'm really glad to see you. I've been dominating using the secret techniques I inherited from you, Narita. More and more clients are asking me for specifically. And just the other day...
It seems she had a mountain of things to tell me. Sakuraba's talking showed no signs of stopping. I wanted to listen to her for as long as time allowed, so I smiled and nodded along. I see. You're working hard, Sakuraba.
Yes! Oh, and also, the other day the branch manager... I'm so sorry.
Sakuraba finally realized that someone other than me was staring at her while she was talking so enthusiastically.
No. I actually wanted to hear a bit more. Your heroic tales.
Yeah, she looks like a girl with guts, Narita. You have a good junior. That's not a heroic tale or anything grand. Oh, I'm so embarrassed.
Sakuraba had never worked directly with these two face to face. Since they both worked at headquarters early on, that was only natural. These two are my peers. Well, they're way more competent than me, so you should learn a lot from them today. The reason I reunited with Sakuraba here at headquarters was that a training session was being held in the headquarters conference room. She apparently came to headquarters to attend that training as well.
I'll be your instructor today. Nice to meet you.
Yes! I look forward to working with you.
I couldn't help but admire Sumeragi standing on the instructor's side during the training. I braced myself anew, determined to work hard too.
Thank you for making time for me today.
Not at all. I'm glad you invited me. A few days later, on a day off, I came to a cafe alone with Sakuraba. The day we reunited at headquarters, Sakuraba invited me, saying she wanted to talk more.
It somehow feels nostalgic. Back then we used to eat lunch together a lot, didn't we?
Yeah, you used to end up buried behind the branch if I took my eyes off you for a second. Have you cured that eccentric habit of yours?
Eccentric? There are cute abnormal titans too, you know. Especially this type of love koi abnormal titan. They are always beautiful. I will accept objections. Besides, it was completely cured the moment you and I were assigned to different places, Narita.
No, why is that? We have a lot of bizarre memories like that, but we still took our jobs almost too seriously.
I can't do it anymore. Getting any more numbers is just beyond me.
Back then, Sakuraba used to cry a lot. When work didn't go well, endless tears of frustration would stream down her cheeks. Sakuraba, what could a dropout like me say to her? If it were my peers, they would probably step in and save the day in a cool way. Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever felt more pathetic or inferior to my peers than I did at that moment. Hey, Sakuraba, if you'd like, why don't we do some role-playing after work? You've done it in rookie training, right?
Huh? Role-playing? But you're busy too, Narita.
It's fine. Actually, I've been wanting to go back to basics myself. I'd be happy if you joined me.
Huh? Thank you so much.
Once she cried her eyes out, Sakuraba was the type to put in even more effort afterward. Unable to see her struggles as someone else's problem, looking back, I think I spent quite a lot of time helping her.
You told me before that you had some wonderful peers, Narita. The training at the headquarters the other day was very helpful.
I see, that's good. They taught me a lot and helped me out too.
That's wonderful! More than half of my peers have already changed jobs. I'm a little jealous of the relationship you have with them. But, for me, the time back then when you desperately stayed by my side and shared your experiences was more intense and precious than anything else. I am who I am today because of you, Narita.
Sakuraba surely doesn't know that back then, I was desperate to be a somewhat reliable senior for her. She surely doesn't know that I contacted my peers countless times to ask for their advice and guidance to achieve that. I feel the same way. I can't tell you how many times I was inspired by seeing you work so hard as my junior. You gave me so much courage. That's why I am where I am today. For the first time, I, who had given up thinking it couldn't be helped if people laughed at me as a dropout, realized that wasn't good enough. It was not because of my peers, or let alone Suzukawa who made fun of me, but because of you, Sakuraba, who sincerely looked up to me as a senior. I've always been looking forward to the day I can work in the same place with you again.
Narita, yes! I'll work even harder. I'll become a junior you could be proud of.
Quietly hiding the unglamorous efforts I, the dropout, had made until now in my heart. I thought to myself that I wanted to at least be a cool senior in front of her. The sunlight filtering through the trees poured in from the window. Gently swaying like the surface of water, the soft life enveloped us.
Oh, you again? Don't tell me you got laid off and have just been wandering around here.
Well, 2 weeks later, I ran into that awful woman again. Of course not, it's for work. I have business in this building.
Why would a dropout banker like you have business in an office building gathered with a top-tier companies? Oh, I get it. You're job hunting. There are no companies here that would hire someone like you know?
Listen, you're a former banker too, so you should know this much. Customer info, like who I'm talking to and about what, there's no way I can just blab about that.
I know that much naturally. I don't need a dropout like you telling me. Even so, it's a shame, isn't it? Since it was obvious you could never bloom where you were planted anyway. Wouldn't it have been better if you changed jobs early on like me? Then it would have been relatively easier to find a job, right?
That's what you call none of your business. I don't have to take your comments about my choices.
Aw, did I make you mad? I'm sorry. I'm just in such a good mood today I ended up talking too much.
I was utterly astounded at how someone in a good mood could hurl so many insults. Well then, I have an important meeting coming up, so I'll be going. Suzukawa?
Oh, manager! Did you come all the way here to pick me up?
What are you doing in a place like this? Her voice suddenly became noticeably sweet. Having never seen this side of her, I felt a sudden shiver go down my spine.
I ran into an old acquaintance on my way back from lunch, so we were just talking a bit. Oh, you don't need to make such a scary face, manager, because he's a totally useless former colleague of mine. You are many times more capable than him, manager.
Huh? The man, who was Suzukawa's manager, clearly and quickly turned pale. You! What are you saying? Apologize right now.
Manager? Like I said, he's an old colleague.
So what? It doesn't matter who it is. You can't just say things like that. And the only reason you're saying that is because you haven't been in touch with Mr. Naruto for a long time, isn't it? This person, Mr. Naruto, is an investigator in the corporate sales department at Lufkoi Bank's headquarters. And you're talking like that to someone we owe so much to.
Headquarters?
Yes, the truth is, the guy called a dropout was now in his third year at the headquarters. I was way behind my peers, but I still didn't quit. There were people who actually picked up on, evaluated, and watched over my unglamorous efforts.
Then on that day you were already...
That day? Oh, the day we coincidentally met in front of the building? That's right. At that time, I was already working at the headquarters.
Well, why did you tell me? I laughed at you for being a dropout. You should have talked back.
I properly denied what wasn't true. I hadn't been laid off, and I had no intention of pitching sales to you. However, the fact that I was a dropout wasn't wrong. That's why I didn't say anything. Laid off, you say? Did you say something like that? You only butter up to me while being negligent in your own work attitude. How dare you make fun of others? I'm gonna file a complaint with your temp agency. Honestly, I didn't care at all that she, who only knew me as a dropout, made fun of me, but... For him, as her manager, naturally, he couldn't just let it slide. That's because their company's main bank is Lufkoi Bank. And today, I was here to check on the management status of that company. Still... Suzukawa, you're a temp worker? Suzukawa's shoulders jumped with a start. Perhaps she didn't want me to know. She awkwardly averted her eyes. I'm so sorry, Mr. Naruto. Actually, she was just dispatched to us half a year ago. Hearing she was a former banker, we had high hopes, but we've had to warn her about her work attitude before. Oh, of course. She has nothing to do with her management. Really, I don't know how to apologize. There was no need to hide being a temp. But for her, saying that to me, who she saw as deadweight, was probably a matter of pride.
Manager, I like you, manager, that's why.
Don't say any more stupid things. Your bad habit with men has been hindering our employees' work. I've warned you time and again. What did you come here to work for? You laugh at others for being dropouts, but do you not even realize that you're the one who's falling behind? That's right. It seems Suzukawa found another job after leaving Lufkoi Bank, but couldn't settle down there either. So she figured it would be better to register with a temp agency rather than struggling with job hunting over and over again. She had been slacking off all this time, aiming to marry a man with good conditions, but... Your contract will not be renewed. There's no future where you and I get together. Just please stay quiet until your contract ends. Now then, Mr. Naruto, I'll show you to the conference room right this way. I kind of feel sorry for you, Suzukawa. Good luck. Having finally shown her true colors in front of her target, her handsome and capable manager, she stood there in despair. Less than a week later, Suzukawa appeared before me again.
It's your fault! Take responsibility!
No, I was just visiting for work. I didn't do anything.
Because of you, he hates me now. You're the one who ruined my love life.
You pretty much ruined it yourself. What an unbelievable shift to blame. With her, maybe she can pin the blame on someone else for absolutely anything.
If you've been transferred to headquarters, introduce me to someone. There must be plenty of good men.
Huh?
You were a dropout and completely out of the question before. But since you're in the headquarters, that's a different story. Uptight bankers aren't really my type, but they're still elites, right? If they're handsome and get promoted, a banker isn't bad. I'm telling you to introduce me as an apology.
Is this the attitude of someone asking a favor? Truly, she hasn't changed one bit. I'm a late bloomer, but I finally made it this far at my own pace. If you're gonna ruin and mess that up, I won't stay quiet anymore. I'm not introducing anyone to you. Your love life has nothing to do with me. Stop it, you're just being a nuisance now.
You're just a dropout. Don't get the wrong idea and get carried away. What are you doing?
Sakuraba, good work today. Sorry, I'm just dealing with a hassle.
What are you? Outsiders should back off. I won't! Because you just said something awful to Narita, didn't you? I heard it.
Sakuraba, who said she was coming to meet me after work, glared sharply at Suzukawa.
Narita is the one who didn't abandon a poorly performing junior like me and raised me. No matter who it is, I won't forgive anyone who makes fun of Narita. Apologize. Oh, please. Are you okay? Taught by a former dropout like this. Can you even trust that knowledge? You'd better choose your men carefully. A man like this will surely get demoted again soon anyway. You might not know, but I'm a former peer of this guy. Peer? You? Are you perhaps the one who made fun of Narita even though you couldn't get promoted yourself? Who did you hear that from? Don't tell me you've been talking about me like that to people, Narita. I'm the one who told her. Narita would never say something like that. Minagi. Misato.
We were in front of the headquarters building. It wasn't strange that my peers, well, her former peers as well, came out.
It's Asahi now. I married a wonderful husband and I'm full of happiness. You're telling me you got married? Surprised? I decided from the start that I wouldn't give up on anything, neither my career nor my family. You never changed, do you? Drawing your own lines based on being a man or a woman? And you always seemed unhappy about my rapid promotions, too.
That's right. Suzukawa used to view Asahi, who was exceptionally talented among her peers, with hostility. But there was no way she could compete with her at work, so she used me, the dropout peer, to vent her frustration. And the result of trying to find a better man by changing jobs and becoming happier than Asahi is this.
Unfortunately, we don't have anyone to introduce to you.
Sumeragi, it's been a while. As expected, you were always smart as a headquarters candidate back then, and you haven't changed.
You know, about Narita. He got into headquarters later than Asahi or me. So to you, it might have looked like he was a dropout. But right now, Narita has more field experience than either Asahi or me.
I was slow at work and clumsy. I was bad at sales talks, inefficient, and lagged far behind my peers. My growth speed was proportionally slow, and I struggled a lot, but none of my struggling experience were wasted.
The trust Narita has built up through his unglamorous efforts is massive. You could say he's a practitioner with an extraordinarily high level of customer trust. Narita isn't a dropout. At the very least, he's much more capable than a washed-up person like you.
Both of them know about what happened the other day. That's because her manager came to apologize in person right after. I am truly so sorry! Please raise your head. I don't make important decisions based on personal feelings. Well, anyway, that incident quickly became known throughout the headquarters.
Now then, Sakuraba, do you have anything you want to tell her?
When Asahi spoke to her as if to give her the final word, Sakuraba's eyes widened for a moment, but then... she quickly tightened her lips and looked straight at Suzukawa.
The headquarters is certainly everyone's dream, but there are also many experienced veterans and promising young staff at the branches. Because outstanding people are needed in the field too. If you say someone is a dropout just because they can't go to headquarters, you're wrong. Back then, because Narita, who had long accumulated bitter experiences, was there in the field, I am still able to continue as a banker today. So, I will not forgive you making fun of Narita anymore. I, raised by Narita, will definitely become an amazing banker and prove that Narita's efforts were not in vain.
Seeing a junior younger than herself, clinging to her beliefs so desperately and honestly, she must have felt too awkward to stay.
Do whatever you want.
Gathering a lot of attention, she ran off as if fleeing.
Wow, Sakuraba. You really do have potential. I like that guts of yours. How about it? Should I teach you personally? No way! for Narita.
So she says, Narita. Good for you.
Yeah, she's a junior too good for me. Thanks to you too, Sumiragi. It seemed other headquarters staff had also heard her declaration, and voices of praise arose from around us. Seeing Sakuraba looked embarrassed yet happy, I felt a hot surge in my chest rise up to my eyes, and I looked up at the sky. Now, a bit about what happened afterward. It seemed the commotion had been settled safely when Suzukawa's manager came to properly apologize, but... Regarding nuisance behavior by your company's personnel? Suzukawa, did you do something again?
Well, why did it turn into this just over that?
The fact that Suzukawa caused another scene in front of the bank's headquarters was seen by many headquarters personnel. As a result, an official notice came from the bank to the advertising agency. General Affairs and Management recognized the severity of the situation. And without waiting for Suzukawa's temp contract to renew, they requested a personnel replacement from the temp agency.
Why me? I just argued with an old acquaintance. Why?
Receiving the call from the temp agency, Suzukawa snapped back, but that would only worsen her impression. The person in charge, who had already received reports of her negligent attitude toward work, had no choice but to be cautious about dispatching her to the next company.
It has to be a bigger company. I absolutely won't be a dropout. I decided I'm going to be happier than that woman.
She, who continually longed for a marriage with an outstanding person in a glamorous industry, needs to realize that if her own credibility crumbles, she won't be able to get anything she desires.
Narita! Congratulations on your promotion to the headquarters!
On that day when I was finally informed of my transfer to the headquarters after years of unglamorous efforts, Sakuraba cried again. Having finally started to cry less over the 2 years we worked together, she showed me tears like never before. What's wrong, Sakuraba? Why are you crying so much?
Because I'm happy, but I'm so sad too.
Holding the days she worked with me like a treasure, beautiful tears streamed down her cheeks.
Absolutely! I will absolutely chase after you so I can work with you again, Narita!
Yeah, no matter how long it takes, I'll be waiting for you. It took me a very long time too. That's why I can patiently wait for her time as well. Just as I chased my peers back and made it this far, she too. She taught me just how proud it feels to be a guiding principle for someone else. Bloom where you were planted. These words depend on how you look at them. Listening to them simply, it sounds like some mental resilience theory telling you to endure your current environment, and during hard times, it sure sounds like that. But now, I can see a different meaning. Not to be swayed by the environment, not to lose sight of who you are. You don't bloom just because you made it to your ideal place. You just have to bloom your own way in the place you're at now. What beautiful weather. A sky so clear, it looks like it pierces through. I close my eyes to the comfort of the wind brushing my skin.
Narita! Sorry to keep you waiting. I look forward to today.
After that, Sakuraba made untiring efforts just as she declared, and was promoted. She was assigned to an important base, a large branch near the headquarters, and is moving forward step by step. Her place also became closer to mine, and we are now able to meet frequently like this. By the way, this was also the reason why she was able to come see me during the commotion in front of the headquarters building. You're full of spirit, Sakuraba. Since these two are with us, it'll surely be a good study session.
Alright, Sakuraba, today's my treat. After working hard studying, I'll let you drink as much as you want. Thank you, Asahi! I look forward to your guidance.
Hey, Narita, aren't you gonna tell Sakuraba? Like, I've always liked you.
Please never say that in front of her. I have my own plans, you know. Most of life progresses in places that aren't perfect. Will you rot away, blame someone else, or find your own way of being? Until the day she makes her flower bloom. I intend to watch over her with more affection than anyone else.
Hi there, Brittany here. I love when friends goad the other ones on. It's just really funny. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's episode as usual, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!